The Lysica shipyard was a place no Alliance officer with hopes of a career wanted to go. Old and outdated. A corroded metal ball of 4 decks. Storage, crew quarters, computer core, bridge at the top. Stairs connected each floor. A jagged spire stuck out the side. Depots down its left, and hangars and airlocks on the right. Past the station floated several massive dry docks. A fleet lay within them, newer and much shinier than Lysica itself, than the 5 attack cruisers circling like sharks. The station bridge was a circle of computer screens and consoles. Sky windows formed a halo to the heavens, displayed with stubborn dignity the green Cyan Nebula outside, and the sickly green mining world above, and the blue star sun beyond. 24 officers waited and faced the entrance. A crease-faced man in Major's pips crossed his arms. The new commander was coming. No description of the man was required. Placing near would bury him far from Alliance command. He would be out of the way, free to do what he pleased with the limited resources he had. He was no one's problem. No one's but Lysica.
The shuttle has landed.
The comm system buzzed.
Commander is proceeding up the bay road to Stairs.
Acknowledged. The Major straightened and knocked his heels together. Company, at attention! The bridge officer snapped to. It wasn't pretty that the new chief was inheriting. Lysica was located much too close to the fringe. If the pirates didn't raid them first, the rebels would. Supplies were sourced from the Western Belt and policed by the Meridians. The nearest Allied support fleet was a day away. The planet above bore plenty of raw material, so much so that bandits were occasionally caught lifting ore from surface facilities. It was as if Lysica lay halfway over a precipice, the slightest of pushes required to cast it to its doom. The bridge doors hissed open, and in strode the commander. A round of salutes rose from the officers. He walked to the Major, who exchanged salutes with him. Major Gadra Hayes, welcome to Lysica, sir.
Welcome to my tomb. At ease, everyone.
The bridge crew relaxed. The commander took a look around, glanced up through the sky windows.
Well, least command was right on the view.
He cleared his throat.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm Colonel Butch Jaeger. This station is small, but we're going to run it right. My job is to keep you all in shape. Things may change, but our high standards will not. I expect you to serve accordingly. Carry on.
Looks were traded. Posts returned to. Jaeger started for the door with Hayes in tow. They left the bridge. Inspiring.
I'm not here to be that body. I'm doing my job.
Jaeger glanced right. A short hallway to stairs. Then went left to the ready room. Hayes followed him in. The office was dark and empty. A long strip with a comp desk and a couch and places for Luigi's baggage. Butch went to a suitcase, removed a framed picture, and set it on his desk. Then he turned to face Hayes.
What's the situation here? I understand I have a shipyard, a surface mine, and a small defensive fleet.
All correct, sir. The defense fleet consists of 5 attack cruisers who reported to the outgoing Colonel Ajax, ready for inspection on your command.
The mining facility?
Metal alloys and other building materials. Secondary facilities produce technological components for fleet vessels. A garrison of 100 overseas both under Major Everson.
All right. Good.
Butch pulled the cigar box from the suitcase, removing one and lighting it. He set the box on his desk.
What's the story on our current fleet in progress?
More of the same. Hayes eyed the cigars. We're putting the finishing touches on 5 Avenger-class attack cruisers and 20 Hornet-class destroyers. Completion estimated in 2 weeks. Then, we start over again.
Fleet security measures?
A lockdown circuit, like all Alliance shipyards. The new ships won't accept flight commands without input from the regulator on the station's bridge. Fleet self-destruct can be remote activated with 2 ranking command codes. Jaeger sat at the comp desk, puffed his cigar, nodded.
You weren't kidding. More of the same.
No, sir. The Major rubbed his hands together. Your son Neil. He left a message for you this morning. It's waiting in your comp desk at your convenience.
My son.
He picked up the picture, looked it over.
My one good kid who ain't lost their head.
Mushuva?
Nothing.
He threw a look toward the window.
Pull 3 new security teams from the defense fleet. I want things beefed up around here.
Expecting trouble?
Only if you give it to me. I always expect trouble. The station's asking to be mugged. Let's see that doesn't happen.
As you command.
Dismissed.
Hayes saluted and left. For a long time, Colonel Jaeger sat and puffed, examined the picture in his hand. It showed a much younger him, one arm around a woman his age, and the other off the picture's edge. The woman had brown hair and a beautiful smile. At their feet lay a boy of 13 with black hair and a dorky grin. The Colonel could remember them like yesterday. Anne, the stalwart rock and one true happiness in his life. The Euruskan epidemic took her 3 months after this picture. And all the claw and scrape thereafter, which had never quite replaced her. By now, there was no point. Then, of course, there was Neil. Bright young man, loved to study and read and learn about new things. In the Jaeger family's journeys through the gutters of the Alliance, Butch had always brought home some new ebook or digizine. What a thinker, that Neil! The Colonel envied his thirst for discovery, which Anne had once affectionately referred to as serial obsession. Last, but not least, Jaeger had choked up when his memories carried him to the second child. It was reflexive. Couldn't bring that subject up without emotion. Some days it was fire and fury. Other nights, inconsolable grief. That blasted child brought out the best and the worst of him. And that was why they remained tucked safely, anonymously, behind the final flap. For both of their sakes. The colonel wiped his eye and turned on the comp desk.